What is going on, everyone? My name is LittleMarMan. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to yet another one of my videos. Now, of course, this is another informative episode of a series on my channel that I like to call Everything You Need to Know About Zombies. The one series on YouTube where we go totally in depth on each and every aspect of the Call of Duty Zombies storyline. And if that does sound like something that you would enjoy, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button to brush up on all your zombie knowledge. I post about 3 of these videos a week and we will be covering pretty much everything and brushing up on our zombie knowledge once again, all the way leading up to Black Ops 3, and of course anything with storyline significance in Black Ops 3 we will also cover it right here on this channel. So today's video, of course, we are covering a character that may not be playable but still has a bit of storyline significance and quite an interesting backstory, which we'll go into in just a second. And just before we do, if you have any questions regarding this topic or any other one, drop it down in the comment section below and I will either reply to it, or if you don't see me replying to it, then of course a video is on the way regarding your question. So without further ado, let's get into it. Of course, from the title down below, you can see we are talking about Sophia. Yes, that is her name. We're never given a second name. We just know her as Sophia. And of course, if you have a bit of zombie knowledge, you've probably heard her before. Or you kind of like, she rings a bell, but you can't exactly pinpoint it to something. But of course, she was Doctor Ludvig Maxis' sort of receptionist, assistant. She made all the phone calls, sent all the letters when Dr. Maxis sort of did experiments and stuff. So she did all sort of the business end of things. Obviously, kept the accounts and stuff like that. And of course, we hear her mentioned in Riese. We hear her mentioned on the radios and stuff, and we of course hear her on the map Kino der Toten in sort of a hidden radio. But we obviously never play as her, and you never really see like a photo of her or anything like that. But who knows, she may make an appearance in Black Ops 3. But basically, there isn't much information on the backstory of Sophia, like where she was born, when she was born, and sort of how she was affiliated with Group 935. But we do have sort of her current event situation, like our current affairs. Of course, she was Doctor Ludvig Maxis' assistant. And from a hidden radio, and of course sort of a letter book, sort of Easter egg from Riese, we can sort of take the conclusion that Sophia had a crush on Dr. Ludvig Maxis. Whether it was his brains or his looks, either way, she had a thing for him, and he knew she had a thing for him. Now, he believed sort of she started to distract him from his work. That's pretty much all that is said sort of on his behalf. But we sort of get a bit of an Easter egg on Moon from Samantha that sort of indicates that there was actually sort of more between the two that sort of went untracked and undetected, and not many people could have picked up on. So in the hidden radio message, Maxis states, "I catch Sophia staring at me and she quickly glances away. I think she is a distraction from my work and I'm starting to think over having her as my assistant." So you can see that he sort of regretted hiring her, and sort of she's starting to distract him, and the only thing that's distracting him, like him looking at her, is he's starting to sort of develop feelings for her. Obviously his wife is dead. We believe she died at birth, like giving birth to Samantha. Not much is really mentioned on her. Some people have like sort of theories that Maxis actually tested on her and stuff, but on like we're assuming she died at childbirth or something like that. So Maxis is sort of weirded out a bit, but he's also sort of considering, like, do I have feelings back for Sophia? And not much is really said after that until the map Moon, where Samantha states, when you sort of get the L96 out of the mystery box, she actually states, "First I'll find Teddy, then Sophia." So why would she hate Sophia? Like, Maxis definitely would not come sort of home to Samantha and be like, right, well, there's this girl that likes me, and tell her all sort of the gossip and all the information and stuff, because remember, she was young at the time. She would not have cared, and also she would not have understood. So how does she know about her if sort of Samantha never really went to sort of Riese and went to where sort of Maxis worked and stuff? We can sort of have a bit of a leak right here, because maybe Maxis actually sort of took Sophia home, or Maxis could have easily just been being like, oh, my assistant is Sophia, and blah blah blah. Samantha probably overheard him on the phone, and obviously Maxis was stressed out by work, and he was sort of putting pressure on Sophia. So when he was screaming at Sophia, it wasn't actually her fault, but Samantha, being a child, obviously took it right. Sophia is really angry and daddy, blah 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 blah. So that's why she hates her. So that's pretty much the only sort of references and sort of information we have on Sophia. Other than that, she was Dr. Ludvig Maxis' assistant, and we don't know whether she died, whether she escaped. Nothing has been mentioned. Obviously, we don't have sort of a death report, so possibly she could make an appearance in Black Ops 3. But that is pretty much it from me today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all learned something. Once again, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. And of course, I will talk to you all there. Hope you all have an amazing day. Peace out. Thanks for watching.